What's going on? So today, back out here at Dragon Roams, and we are at a very familiar spot. The Lehigh climb on the AT. So we're doing a little test hike here. Dragon's got a new backpack. Seeing how his back feels, and I just have massive back spasms over the weekend, so we're gonna see how my back feels doing this hike. But last time I was here was when we did the AT hike, and I bashed my head on a rock. So we're gonna go up this and then back down it, go up to that knife's edge. So we're gonna see how my my fear of heights does, and this may be filmed a little weird because I'm gonna have the GoPro in the chest mount, and I'll be using the phone too for non-chest mount shots.
Worth noting that you didn't bash your head off this particular section.
Very true. Yeah, no, I did that about 6 miles north on the trail, and I still finished this out. So see how much of it I forgot. But yeah, we're on our way. I'm going to do this in super view so we get as much as possible on the chest cam, since I'm not going to be really moving it around. And we're going to go have some fun.
And like having a hurt back, and like how the two go together.
Yeah. So we're going that way. That's the steep way. There is a winter trail that takes you up an easier way, apparently, that goes out towards Palmerton, and it avoids all this, but we're not that smart. I've never been one to make the smartest decisions on trails. It's like, oh, you want to go do that? Yeah, let's go do it. The condition is going to be good for it? Who cares?
Actually, I'm pleasantly surprised because I forgot how much shade you had.
Oh, here?
Well, yeah, but still. For some odd reason, I was thinking that most of this was fully exposed.
Oh, no, it's really just that last. Until you get up to, well, once you pass the rock scramble, like the main one, the big rocks, I remember that being pretty open all the way across until you get almost to the other end where you start seeing woods again. Yeah. All right, so we are starting to duck in and out of some of these boulder fields. We were just kind of joking about thinking it was more open than it is. It's gonna get pretty open though. There's the Lehigh River down there. You're pointing the right way. Lehigh River down there. It is important to note though, on this side of the AT from Lehigh all the way over to, oh, I forget what it's called, maybe Little Gap, the next parking area, you want to carry any water that you might need. The water in this section is undrinkable, if you can even find it. This is the spot where they did the zinc mining, or on the other side where we are right now, which is pretty much a direct result of this rock scramble that we have coming up. It just kind of killed the mountain But the byproduct of that zinc mining is, I forget what chemical it is, but it gets into the soil, gets into the water, and like maybe if you've got some super heavy duty industrial grade filter, but I wouldn't chance it. There's a spring at the, I think it's called the Outer Bridge Shelter. It's about 3 miles from here, south. There's a spring there that's decent water. You come through town, so you get water there if you had to, but you really don't when you use the water. Even if you're filtering and boiling, chemical treating, anything, don't use the water here. I believe the next spring, I don't remember if there's anything at that parking lot, but I remember at the spring, at the campsite we stayed at, which is about 6 or 7 miles from here, north, if I remember correctly. And it's like another 3/4 mile hike down off the trail to the spring. But that's your next spring access on the AT. And the climb here is sudden. Like this is, that little section that we just came up is pretty steep. As you can kind of see, or maybe you can see with the GoPro, starting to open up to the larger boulder field. Yeah, that's pretty decent. So, another look at the Lehigh Valley, Lehigh River. Didn't notice that airstrip out there. I don't know if this comes through on the GoPro. I don't even point that way. So Lehigh River, there's an airstrip out there. I know the GoPro's not gonna pick it up, but there's a little clearing down there just off to the left. And we're a half mile in. We've already climbed 800 feet. It's a steep climb. Not too bad. We're starting to get into the open spot now. We got a lot more rock bald and rock scramble. And oh, I remember this spot.
I was like, oh, hey, right there's the first one.
Yeah. So this should be easier with a day pack on,
yeah,
than it was coming down it with a fully loaded
that's the idea.
backpack. If I remember correctly, if I'm envisioning that picture you took, I had my small pack with me, but it's still pretty heavy. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that one. I think I'd rather do this. Yeah. So climbs like this are definitely pick and choose. I've learned hiking with Too Tall over here, I can't do the same thing that he does. So I gotta watch where he goes and then kind of adjust my path accordingly.
I know panda feels when we have to climb up stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm not really all that short. I mean, I'm 5'10". That's average, I guess. But you always gotta watch. It's easy to watch somebody do something and not realize.
So that's a 6-inch difference between you and I.
Yeah.
And like a good, I think, 9-inch difference between her and me.
Yeah. And I think backpack wise, I think torso length are about the same. So that's mostly in your legs.
Oh yeah.
So that's a big difference. Yes. I am doing this willingly.
Insects are allowed today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this GoPro running for you guys, so probably edit the crap out of this, but give you an idea of this climb.
an inconvenient spot for that bee to land. Glad I was looking. I almost put my hand like right on him.
That would have sucked. Hey, buddy. Oh, watch out. I've got a bee here that's just kind of chilling out right in the trail. You northbound or southbound? Which way you going? Oh, almost went the wrong way. Now, people bitch about the rocks in Pennsylvania. This is a spot to complain about. Yeah, that's the trail. Straight up. Worry about it.
Oh yeah, there's the easy route there, but that's not why I chose this. The bad thing about this is just making sure there's not a snake on the shelf you put your hand on.
Yeah, this is a good snake spot.
So how's your back doing so far?
So far, so good.
Good. Man, I don't have That was a tough spot to come up right there.
Yeah? Oh yeah. I'm not happy right now. Oh dude. Oh no. It's fucking kicking in bad right now. I don't know about this spot.
It's rough. It was sketchy, even like for my longer reach and everything.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. My vertigo is kicking in.
Oh. So this spot, so you can see where Kurt's at, where I'm standing, and where we came from. Is this the spot where we, because we had full packs, we like went to the right?
Maybe.
Because I don't think any of us would have went down this with full packs.
I don't think so. I'm gonna go back down a little bit. I got to.
Yeah, no, do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna try to anyway. Yep. Just trying to get to a spot with more.
Yeah, there was one spot. And you can go back and look at the video to see some video. There was one spot when we were coming down. That we to the top of the climb.
There was a spot, I remember we ditched around to the easy side. See, the thing about this is I know I don't have to do it.
Exactly, yeah. I always listen to yourself.
All right, so I know this is a weird angle, but the fear of heights is kicking in. I mean, if you can see this at all, that is that's sketchy. And this right to my right here is so that is pretty vertical.
Huh?
Oh, I'm talking to the camera. That's pretty vertical, and there's no easy place for me to put my feet.
This was the spot. There's a little thing right over here.
Okay, I'm gonna head back over that way.
So that'll definitely be the way I go down.
Well, I was honestly thinking about going down the winter trail. I mean, you can go down this way if you want, but depending on how I feel when I get up top.
Oh shit, then yeah, we're definitely gonna go down that way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that went high. I thought that was like a lower trail.
Yeah, I remember seeing that from the up at the top, and I wasn't sure where it went. That's if I make it up to the top. Let's see how this little section is. Off to that side. Where'd you go? Right around this rock, right? What? Right around this rock, right? It doesn't go down any lower. That other trail goes right around here, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty ballsy, but I know I would have never went down there. Not after 2 days of big miles.
This is what fear of heights looks like. And there's one thing about me I could change, it'd be this. I hate this.
We all have our thing. Like you said, we don't have to do it, so we don't have to keep going if you hit a point. you like definitely have nothing to prove.
Every time I get closer, you get further away. What are you doing? I thought we're done. All right, I need a flat spot.
Well, I think this spot kind of. Yeah.
Well, actually, flat spot with a tree. I need to go right there for a minute.
All right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Place to sit down.
Someplace with something else around me. There we go. All right. Oh. Wow.
Actually, sure. Come up here.
Okay, can you get some water?
Because I can use a little bit more disguise than you up here, so maybe that might help.
Well, it's not even the view.
Oh, okay.
It's having nothing in front of me. So we've done 130 feet since the last spot that I checked, and that has been in come on, that's been in 1/10 of a mile.
We said we climbed what, 800 and a half?
Yeah, 800 has so done 133 in 1/10 of a mile. So well documented. I've got a severe fear of heights. This is not a smart thing to be doing if you're afraid of heights. When I was in Maine back in 2015, I did the Lehigh Trail. Unaware that it used to be called the Little Precipice, and I would never do the Precipice Trail just because it's like 15 or 1,800 feet just vertical. And the Little Precipice, the Beehive, is like, what, 525, I think?
Something like that.
But a good half of that is like at least the steep, but you're going like across, and then you climb railings, they've rungs, iron rungs they've nailed in. I did that by myself in a complete panic mood, because once you get to a certain point you can't really turn around. Now this I know I could turn around and do it, and I don't have to do this, but I do try to push myself on these fear of heights. But if you got a fear of heights, or you got whatever your phobia is, and it's completely irrational, there's no reason. I mean, it's not the fall that scares me, I guess it's hitting the ground. But if you've got a fear, anything that when you're out hiking, whether it's animals or heights or butterflies. I knew somebody had a fear of butterflies. Irrational, but you can't help it. And you need to take a minute. Just take a minute. Like, I know I can climb this, but if I have an all-out panic attack, now I know I got dragon here, so it's not like I'm out here by myself. But yeah, this is no joke. This isn't me putting on a game. I am literally shaking right now up here. But it's the things we do for adventure.
And this is one of those spots too, like we always know, photos, cameras, they always downplay how steep or severe something actually is.
Yep.
And like we usually try to do our best to highlight that, but
it's hard.
This is very steep, and the section that we just came up that's a lot of exposure. You make one wrong step, one wrong handhold,
yeah,
and you're gonna fall.
I think that's the key. It's not like this is just a steep trail. If this was a steep trail, like when I did Cadillac in Acadia, there's spots that are steep, but it's a big rock and you're just kind of walking up. It's like walking up a steep road, and there's a lot of exposure, but it doesn't seem as bad because you're not looking for handholds. And there's spots down here where I just couldn't. I didn't have enough confidence in my foothold to reach the next foothold or my handhold, and to just force that is how you make a mistake. And knowing that there is an easier way around, I mean, I'll take the easier way if it means I can keep going and I don't get hurt. So don't feel like you got to do something to prove anything.
My thing is, I was already past the point of no return on that little climb.
Yeah,
I was so far up that I'm like, well, if I go back down, it's probably going to be worse than me finishing going up.
yeah. But I mean,
and I forgot about that workaround until like I was looking down it.
Yeah, once I got that one spot, I'm like, I didn't come down this.
Yeah.
I know I didn't come down this. And that workaround wasn't a whole lot easier, but it was easier. So me sitting here with trees in front of me and rocks around me, even though I got that, I'm okay with. But like just out there exposed where it just drops off, that's where the vertigo kicks in. And that's, I know I'm not going to fall. I know I'm not. But I can't convince my body of that. When we were in Kentucky, and me and Jason were checking out that one rock, and I was only, I don't know, 4 feet off the ground. And
oh yeah, when we were on, well, that was Courthouse Rock we were at.
yeah, and I couldn't see behind me. Like the rock kind of came like this, like it disappeared under my feet. And I knew there was trees behind me, and Jason's laughing at me, and he was recording it. I told him to put it in because this is a good thing to document. And he's like, just step down. He's like, just step down. I'm like, I can't, man. It sounds irrational. I know it's only a couple, like, it's like 3 inches under my foot, but it's freaking me out. Because if I would have fallen, that's what my brain thinks. If you fall, you're gonna fall like another 20 feet. Here, it's even worse because if you fall, you're just tumbling for 900 feet, and that would suck.
I mean, so what? We've been friends and doing this for like what, 3.5 years?
Yeah, yeah.
And like you do such a good job of managing that fear that I think this is only the second time where I've really seen it affect you.
Yeah.
Second or third.
I mean, it's happened, but not on trips where we've been on. I've gotten better. Like if there was trees here, like in the Catskills, I'm fine. And it's steeper in some spots, but I'm fine because there's not that open spot behind me. I feel like even if I fall, yeah, I might hurt myself on a rock, but I'm gonna bounce off a tree or something like that. Here, if you fall, you're just like, you're gonna bounce off a tree, but from the top.
Yeah, you might go like 50 to 100 feet before you hit a tree.
That would suck. All right, break time is over. I've got my heart rate back down. We are almost to the knife's edge, which is up here in a little ways, like right up there where that flag is. So we'll hit that, and then not too far past that is the winter trail. So I don't know, are we gonna hike a little further past that, or are we gonna head right back down? You got stuff to do?
We can do whatever.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I had no real plan except for just going up this ridiculousness.
All right. Oh. All right. We'll see what we got when we get there.
It was like the end of a long hike. So we did like 22 or 24 miles in those 2 days.
Yeah.
And at that point, that was like the most mileage ever done in like a backpacking overnight trip for me. And I think for Jerry and everything, but so.
Oh yeah. So they were just saying right before I hit record, last time we were here, I didn't really take the time to appreciate it, and you know, that was the end of a pretty long trip, and I had other things on my mind, literally, like not
that little gap between those rocks is a little tricky.
Okay.
But they have good grip, which is nice.
Well, that's key. Grip is key. So let's see here. Yep, don't look that way. Nothing good can come from looking that way.
This is what's known as the edge.
All right, Mr. Longlegs. That was a lot easier for you than it's going to be for me.
I was still a little tricky because I just wasn't sure how to shift my weight.
Yeah.
So I took my right foot, or my left, sorry, I took my left foot and braced it right about there.
Up here?
And then pushed and got my right foot up on the other thing.
That might
and I just made sure I had good handholds pretty much where you're holding on right now.
Oh yeah, I don't like that. I'm good.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
I made it a lot better. But yeah, it took me a moment to look at it and be like, okay, what am I gonna do here?
I was actually a little more concerned about my back stretching at that point, but that's a weird position to be in.
Yeah. So I think right here is where we crossed it before, because I think the picture I have of you and John is like right here, sitting on it.
I sat on it? Oh, I remember I took my pack off to get over it. I do remember that.
Someone's strap is here. Someone's pack strap.
Yeah. All right, so this is the kind of thing coming up that'll really send your fear of heights into overdrive, because I'll unclip you for a second to show you. Get all that scariness behind you, right? And that rock under my foot is actually moving. It's freaking me out. and then you got this on the other side. Why am I doing this? I got you back in there. Nope, not like that. Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that's scary as hell. Oh man. All right.
Going right through there.
Shit, don't make things move. Oh.
You okay, man?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm just actually kind of trying to enjoy it.
Yeah.
As sketchy as that is, but it was actually a little easier than it looked for me.
I think this pack would be a keeper.
Oh, that's good.
So they seem like going down up there might be a little rougher than going down right through here.
Really?
I mean, it was hard to tell.
Right now, anything's gonna be a little until I get my heart rate back down. See a spot right here.
Yeah. I mean, I was up higher and looking down on it. It didn't look so good, so that might have messed up my perspective. Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Well, the perspective I was looking at before.
Oh, hey, it's the
made it
flag.
look worse. What?
It's the flag.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Maybe you put it there.
The flag is faded.
Something I didn't think of that probably would have been smart. Sunscreen.
Yeah. I never think of that.
So I'm probably gonna be a redneck after today.
I do also remember doing this with trekking poles, which is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But I think I did that because I wanted to, just in case, after whacking my head. All right. Hello.
How are you?
Good. Yep.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Whoa. Those rocks move. Whoa. That rock moves too.
It's like nice people. I don't have to call you nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a good sound that rock made.
Oh yeah, I watched it move. That moved a lot of well traveled.
Yeah?
So I'm wondering if like this is the actual winter trail or connected to it, and maybe they were looking at that top connector coming down.
That could be. So we are off the AT now. We're on what we think is the winter trail. It's gonna take us around and back down without doing the rock scramble again. As people we talked to before, they said that the winter trail was all overgrown, but they're also from New Hampshire, and I don't think a lot of their trails get overgrown, so maybe this is overgrown to them, where they're looking at a different trail, or we're on the wrong trail.
We basically have a sidewalk.
Yeah, this is like really, this is nice. A little bit of scree here and there, but really not that bad.
There's one coming down there. Maybe that was the other one.
Ah, that could very well be, because that looks more overgrown. Yeah. All right. And then, yeah, because the winter trail was marked blue. So we just found a connector to the winter trail. All right, cool. We are now on the winter trail.
I'm seeing blue blazes, so.
Yep. Blue blazes.
Very cool.
As we were talking before, if anybody wants to do the AT again, do this section. This is the route I'm taking. I'm not doing that hill again. I've done it twice. That's enough for me. Unless this is worse. I come through on a GoPro. They're right ahead of me, about 50 feet in the woods.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a flock of turkeys going through. Maybe I can get
two of them?
At least two.
I can see two clearly.
They're right in there. Here's one.
Not close enough for them to care about us.
No. See you later, guys. So this is probably going to be one of the last views we get. We've had a couple of views of that mountain on this winter trail. This is a much easier option than going down the side, but we're almost down the bottom already. So well maintained as far as the trail being manageable, and a lot of spots where there's steps. Ooh, man, I wish smell came through in video, because these pines smell incredible. Oh yeah. So a lot of spots like this where there's just little steps. Super easy to manage. Now we are going down. Going up is obviously going to be a little more difficult, but this is why it's the winter trail, because it's a little bit easier to maintain. A little bit easier to, well, maintain your speed and or what you're climbing. But the forest through there is gorgeous. I think I caught some of that. Some twisty, gnarly trees, like very stunted ash trees. And now we're down to this kind of pine forest here, small pines with views of, I forget what mountain that is, but that's up there by the, or I should say down there, south on the AT towards the Outerbridge shelter. It's been nice. It's been shady too, which has been nice because it's pretty warm, pretty humid. Because you can kind of see ahead of me there. That's where we went up before. So this brings you out quite a ways to make it more manageable. Adds a little distance, but oh, this opens up nicely. Whew. And I'm glad we're not climbing right now, because it was hot enough when we went up it before. All right. So Dragon just said he feels spoiled at this. This is gorgeous. Somebody did a lot of work on this section of trail. And those rocks are hot. I can feel it through my shoes. Did you feel the heat on those rocks coming through your shoes? Yeah, it's not bad though. I mean, all in all, we got stairs. How much can you complain?
But everything's in the sun, you know. It's got
Yeah, that's really it. The only spots I've seen anything that's even overgrown is in the open, where there's no tree cover. This isn't horrible. This stuff grows like crazy anyway, so it's gonna happen. I can see the road. All right, so we just came down from over there. This trail goes straight and takes you over to Palmerton. We made the left, and it's gonna take us right back to the parking lot. I think I killed the GoPro battery. It wasn't fully charged, so that doesn't surprise me. But we're almost done. So we're not far from the parking lot here. You got this nice spring coming out. This is what I was talking about before. This comes right down out of that mountain where they were doing all that zinc mining. Do not drink that water. I know it might look nice and clean. You got a filter. Do not drink that water. Get your water before you get to this side of the river. Either in town, bottled water, or at that last spring coming from the south or from the north. Do not drink that water. It is no good. So this is how we treat rocks in Pennsylvania. We just cage those suckers up. You stay there, rock. You're not going anywhere.
I think the ultimate hope is just to stop it momentum so it doesn't go off the road.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's not going.
Funny how they do it. Yeah, 'cause like the seeds and all that.
Oh, there's the cars. The winter trail for the win. What is all over my hand? It is hot and humid. Luckily, the last little bit here, we got some breeze and a cloud kind of covered us, so it was nice. But there's a crazy crossover to the south side over Lehigh. That's not fun. Done that before. Not fun. But oh, this was hiking with a panic attack. That was fun. So just remember, don't hike outside of your means, and don't feel like you gotta prove something if you're out with other people. Hike the way you want to hike safe, and above all, be safe and enjoy it. That's gonna do it for this one. I will see you in the next.
Maybe a little less than that. 'Cause I knew with this I didn't want to like really load up, but I wanted to have some reasonable carry weight in there. I will say, I don't have that like airflow that I do with the other.
Oh, yeah, it's not an AG, is it?
So yeah, the Exos has the
Yeah.
nice thing, but it's called the Air.